Content warning. Cursing. The dream.
All right, this is Mallory in the change room at Seven Bays Bouldering. A few nights ago, I had a dream that was the complete song, title, and music video to a new Harry Styles release. And this is how it went. And I said, I miss you more than that. And I said, I miss you more than that. So that's a crazy good hug. The music video is called Yogurt. It's by Harry Styles. It's a new release. Music video is two people breaking up contemporary dance style. Think like So You Think You Can Dance hip hop. Interspersed with scenes of Harry on a bike in an indoor skate park with like blue and pink lights. I think it's a hit. I think it's going to be a huge hit. It's probably on his new album. Check it out. I Miss You More Than That. Yogurt. Harry Styles.
What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Yogurt.
What the hell is... Yeah. So good. Like, very unconventional. Very unconventionally complete.
Yes.
And specific dreaming. Like, wow.
It is, yeah. And, she had this dream right around when Harry Styles' album came out last fall or whenever it was. I think it was in the fall. And I remember at the time noticing that she described like the pink and blue lights and stuff, and the aesthetic of that album was very pink and blue. So it was even like fitting in with the reality of what that album was.
So the aesthetic was lifted from reality.
I think so, yeah. But I don't think that she had listened to the album yet, given that she said, check it out. Like, I bet it's on his new album. But I think I had already listened to the album.
And you're like, nah, I don't remember the track called Yogurt.
It is an album that is very much about missing someone, though. It's like for sure a breakup album, so,
Yeah, it was like 50-50 whether an album's going to be a breakup album.
Yeah, this is true. Pop albums, you're going to have a lot of breakup songs, regardless of whether
it's about love and partying or it's about breaking up, so.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I really appreciated the level of detail. And also just that, like, the way she told it to you, it was like a pitch.
It was!
Like, she's like Harry's agent. You're like, check it out. Let's, like, keep an eye out for it. It'll be out soon.
And she even sang the hook. She committed so fully.
Oh my God, I know.
And it sounds like a real pop,
Oh yeah, it absolutely could be. Wow, yeah. Some people, maybe, I don't know if you've had this experience. I'm not a songwriter, but I have heard that people do just dream songs, and then they wake up in the morning and they have a song, and then they, get the details of it right in the morning, but like that your brain just like comes up with that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. What an amazing experience.
What an amazing experience. Yeah, I know. And the fact that it really does sound like, I feel like I've had dreams where I've been like, wow, that felt like a movie, but then I start writing it down. I'm like, no, it's crazy. No, it's not. It's not a movie.
Yeah, you're like, this made sense when it was still just a cloudy fog of my brain.
Yeah, like when I was inside the drug trip that was that dream, it made sense. Can't explain it to anyone in a way where it'll really sound like a movie. But this was, it was really perfect. And I was so happy when she told me this dream, because I was really in the throes. I had just bought a Harry Styles t-shirt actually, like that week or something. Cause he's a human angel, and I was lured by the internet.
I missed this whole thing happening. I missed it the first round. I don't, like, everybody suddenly just knew who Harry Styles was as though they had always known.
I mean, okay, so like I agree that it is a thing, but I feel like I was a little bit ahead of the curve though on it, because I've been I'll be a Harry Styles hipster. I've been just infatuated with his whole way of being for a few years. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you some of the reasons why. Because
tell me why.
I mean, granted, he's a celebrity, and I sort of have this sneaking suspicion that all celebrities might just be terrible people, and I have no, you know, it's like there's just no way of knowing. But the feeling that I get from him is not that. And he's like, okay, here's a first superficial layer, is that just watching him in interviews and stuff, there's like a feeling that he's very genuinely present and like just being himself. And that, you know, that doesn't mean anything about him. It's just like lovely to watch him. But the next layer is that I feel like as a kind of like queer symbol, he is really groundbreaking. It's kind of like, and okay, this is going to be a complicated example, but it's like when Dubai started having a bunch of like green technology and being like, ooh, look, we're environmentally sustainable in all of these like insane overblown things that we're doing. And it's like when something that's that glitzy and over the top starts adopting things that feel like, oh, those are things that would be good for the world if everyone adopted them. That to me seems like a good thing, even when it comes in like a weird package of like totally mainstream thing. And the way in which Harry Styles is like this is that he is like such a like plastic pop star, you know, was discovered on a show that Simon Cowell was a judge on when he was like 16 and put into an artificial boy band that then became really famous and big. And then like through those years of being in the boy band, he just like started acting out more and more like openly in support of queer stuff, but without ever, and I mean, you know, this is a mixed bag because you sometimes want people to be really, really clear and overt, but without ever like clearly stating where he fell in anything. He would just like have a rainbow flag on the stage, or like in interviews, they would all be interviewed and like somebody would make a homophobic comment and he would say something like, don't knock until you try it, you know, very casually in the midst of these very like, you know, poppy interviews where most men in the public eye who are like sex symbols don't do that. You know, and then he kind of like, once he was out of that band and once he was doing his own thing, he now like wears high heels and like flower print suits and like has his nails painted all the time and wears like jewelry. And he all does that at the same time as still being like a Justin Bieber style pop star that girls are like, oh my God, Harry Styles. You know, it's like he's riding the line of being like, look, you can be a successful, hot man who women idolize, who dates supermodel women, while also being gender ambiguous and like, you know, probably bisexual, although I don't think he's ever actually said it out loud, but there are a lot of internet rabbit holes one could go down if one wanted to.
One could theoretically go down.
Theoretically, you know, I've heard. Anyway, so that all to say that I just think he's doing good stuff for making it okay to have like a more fluidly, you know, feminine, masculine energy, in a way that I don't see other male role models for in a big way in like the mainstream public eye. There's my rant about Harry Styles.
Yeah, you know, yeah, fair enough. It was fully formed.
and he has the face of an angel, so just
yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to.
Yeah,
if that's going to be your job.
Yes, that is certainly why it is his job.
But like, what was he in before that? Before it was just him?
A band called One Direction, like British boy band.
And that was like our, you know, people who are 30 now, when they were young would listen, or like somebody who's like 25 now.
Yeah.
It was like a 25 person's like in sync to a 30-year-old.
I think, yes. Like, I had friends when I was 19, 20. I had friends who were slightly younger than me, but who were more unabashedly into mainstream stuff at that time, who were very into One Direction. And at that time, I was not. It took me a while to really mellow into being okay with pop stuff. It's to the degree that I am now. But yeah, I mean, I think at that time, so that would have been like 2010 or something, there were 15-year-old girls who were obsessed.
Huh.
So that's sort of the timeline. I don't even know exactly what the year was that the band broke down, but it did.
Don't matter because he's back now.
Oh, yes,
or was back and in a big way for that moment when everybody was talking about him, and now he's vanished again.
Yeah, he goes very quiet in between. Like, he doesn't have a huge social media presence. He doesn't use his Instagram the way that, like, Selena Gomez or whatever. Like, you know, he's not actually taking photos of himself and updating. It's like you only get these very, like, glossy, promote-y pictures. So when he's not in the midst of releasing something, you just don't really see him.
Ah, good for him.
Yeah, I think he, you know, is keeping his life as separate as he can, maybe. Or something. He was also in a movie a few years ago, Dunkirk. He like plays the like really whiny. Did you ever see that movie? That war movie? Anyway, he's good in it. You don't even know he's a boy band pop star. He just blends in.
He's an actor too.
He's an actor too.
Wow. Triple threat. Wait, does he dance?
Oh, I bet he does. I don't know.
Triple threat. Wow.
I wonder why the song is called...
I guess he must dance because I feel like he was contemporary dancing in the music video.
Right. But I got the sense that was like actual dancers, like modern, like hip hop dancers. And then the images of that were being interspliced with the images of him like fucking around on his bike in the skate park.
So he only actually knows how to bike.
Maybe
he might know how to dance, but mainly he knows how to bike in a skate. Does he know how to bike in a skate park? I wonder.
I don't know.
I pictured that whole thing like more like it was a roller rink and he was just biking around in pink and blue lights in a roller rink. But I know that's not actually what she must have been picturing if it was a skate park. I was like, you mean like a roller skate park? No.
A roller disco?
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
I mean, the pink and blue lights, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yogurt is a gross name, though, for any pop song.
Yeah.
I don't want to think of the texture of yogurt or what that's implying.
What was yogurt referring to?
What is it referring to?
What is the dreamer's relationship to yogurt where that is the word that would be associated with this music video?
Yeah. Like, the only thing, if it were a true pop song and it were called Yogurt and then it were about missing someone, I would imagine that it was, like, referring to some, like, weird, cutesy nickname or something. Like, that it's some kind of, like, or, like, an inside joke that you're supposed to understand as an inside thing between the person and the person they're singing to, somehow. Or
maybe, like, they always used to eat yogurt together every morning. Yeah. And it's like, I miss you.
More than yogurt.
More than yogurt. Oh, yeah, no. So they broke up and they became lactose intolerant around the same time. And then it's like, I miss you more than I miss yogurt.
Yeah.
And you know how much I love yogurt because we used to eat it all the time together.
There you go. Oh, man. I wonder if I'm making myself lactose intolerant right now because the pandemic has really made me increase my dairy consumption by probably like threefold.
What?
I think my body's just like, death might be coming, consume a lot of fat. So I like have, like, we suddenly, okay, right now I'm living alone, so it's more out of control. Well, it's not more out of control, it's just the same. But when this happened as a collective effort when I was living with people still, and we just started buying like cream every week as well as milk. And then, like, the amount of cheese that we were eating just, like, really increased. So we were getting multiple blocks of cheese a week and, you know, butter. And I have 2 separate tubs of ice cream in the freezer right now.
Wow.
Sour cream. Just
the dairy,
really,
every dairy product.
Every possible kind of dairy.
Interesting.
Yogurt. I have yogurt in my fridge, you know, of course.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, today I had... What did I have? I had cheese at breakfast.
Yeah.
In fact, it was cheese on peanut butter on toast.
Oh, God. What?
Which is actually really good.
Angharad.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Hey.
And then at lunch, I had a quesadilla. And then didn't really have supper, but I had ice cream. So dairy every meal.
There you
And
go.
also, generally, in the summer, and you're like, what am I going to eat? Nothing, because I'm not hungry, because it's like 32 degrees. And you're like, oh, but we kind of need something. And I'll just have nachos. Like, nachos every minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Every minute of every day. Every day. And quesadillas and peanut butter toast with cheese.
How did you start that? Because I can grant you that maybe it tastes good, but I don't know what would bring a person to combine those two things.
I think it was just some other, like, peanut butter cheese evangelist who was like, this is the best thing ever. You have to try it. And I was probably like, ew, that sounds awful. And then tried it and was like, oh, no, you're right. I think it had to be. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. What?
You think it's the best thing ever?
Okay, well, I'm like... I feel like also my level of hyperbole has increased a lot in the last few weeks.
Everything is just more extreme.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Mallory, because you gave me a reason to rant about Harry Styles for 10 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I've just been waiting to spread the gospel of Harry, so this is a really good opportunity for that.
Yeah. Angel, man.
Angel.
Check it out. Yogurt.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Help us keep making this by subscribing to and reviewing the podcast wherever you listen to it, and following and liking us on social media.
If you love this, you can support us on Patreon.
We will reward you.